So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
No gain on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Jackson going to keep it running right.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out.
And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
32 yards.
and the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From midfield, here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On play action, Allen on the move to his left.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
Touchdown!
Khalil Shakir,
41 yards.
and the Bills have got it back to within a score.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Jackson, option right. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Henry not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 3rd and goal, Jackson. A It's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Patrick Ricard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Allen. Out to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 67 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Allen, buying time to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry from a yard away bowling his way in. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get... And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, Jackson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here's Allen.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Allen will try again on 2nd down, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Allen again, being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
On the option right is Jackson.
There he goes, right side.
Now he's into the clear again.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 41 yards.
And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Bills.
Khalil Shakir
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. Henry up the middle. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from going up by 30. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On first down, Allen. And now here is another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Now Jackson on first down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That is incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll start by running the option to the right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw is Jackson.
That's complete, left side to Bateman.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So after the INT, it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Allen throwing on second down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's Jackson to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The Ravens on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive, how about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Henry again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Here's Allen. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Down to the 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
That's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do, go and get more. Oh, look out. At that point.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Travis Jones makes a tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now a 2nd and 6.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Allen. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw, it's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Down to the 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
So the